Senator, the New York Times reported that you had a conference call with the press about this situation, and apparently the call was open sooner than you quite realized, and you were overheard, according to the New York Times, prepping the other senators for the call by saying, "I always use the word extreme. That is what the caucus has instructed me to use this week." Is that a true report of the way this call developed?
Yeah, and there's no news to it. I used the word extreme on the floor a few hours before. I've used the word extreme repeatedly. I have no problem that reporters heard me tell my colleagues on the phone that I've used the word extreme, and many of them have as well. Our caucus had a meeting a few weeks ago where we decided to call the H.R. 1 extreme, and it is extreme. For instance, cutting cancer research, I think that's extreme. How about cutting Meals on Wheels, which feeds homebound senior citizens while refusing to touch the oil companies? That's extreme. Cutting border security when there's a clamor to stop illegal immigration. That's extreme, and John Kyle has said that's a bad idea. And of course, these riders, defunding Planned Parenthood, are extreme, and Republicans like Susan Collins and Scott Brown have said that those are wrong to be in the bill. So yes, H.R. 1, the bill that the Tea Party sticks with and that they're not budging from, is extreme. And I've said it before, I said it on that call, and I'll say it again. H.R. 1 extreme, and it is extreme. Extreme, 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 extreme.
It's like a really bad Disney movie.
Someone started all of this, and I'm gonna find them.
Everything new again, everything that I'd owned, I threw it out the window, came along. Extreme ways I know will part the colors of my sea. It's a perfect colored sea. Extreme ways that held me, they held me out late at night. Extreme places I had gone, that never seen any light. Dirty basements, dirty noise, dirty places coming home. Extreme worlds alone. Did you ever like it then? I would stand in line for this. There's always room in life for this. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Then it fell apart. It fell apart. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Then it fell apart. It fell apart. Extreme sounds that told me, they held me down every night. I didn't have much to say, I didn't give up the light. I closed my eyes, I closed myself and closed my world, and never opened up to anything that could get me at all. I had to close down everything, I had to close down my mind. Too many things could cut me, too much could make me blind. I've seen so much in so many places, so many heartaches, so many faces, so many dirty things you couldn't even believe.
The senior senator from New York, Chuck Schumer.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I come from the United States Senate, and I bring you good news. These dangerous cuts that have passed the House are dead on arrival in the United States Senate. Let me repeat that. So anybody who wants to stomp on women's health or take away women's rights hears it. The dangerous cuts that passed the House are dead on arrival in the United States Senate. And I speak for my colleague Kirsten Gillibrand as well. Now let me say, there is a movement in this country that wants to turn the clock back. All the way back. On the environment, they want to go back to the 1890s when anyone could pollute the air or water in any way they wanted. When it comes to the rights of working people to organize, to create a middle class, they want to turn back the clock to the 1920s when workers were powerless. And when it comes to the rights of women, they want to go back to the 1950s when women were relegated to street corners using hangers and other horrible things that will never happen again. What we're doing today is so important. Important to women's health, important to women's rights, important to the future of women in America. And we stand with you. Sometimes people don't like the fact that the Senate is slow moving. And at times it frustrates me. But in this case, the Senate is going to move awfully slowly when it comes to those horrible cuts that they proposed. Now I want to say to each and every one of you, what we're doing here, I want to thank you for being here. Some have thought that when those on the hard right get together, that everyone else in America is just going to lay down and take it. This rally shows that we will stand, we will fight, and we will win.